What's going on, everybody? Midnyte back again here with another video, and as promised, this is the video in which I'm going to share with you how to get the absolute most pro sound from your microphone, any microphone that you've got. We're going to learn today about filters and about plugins and OBS that are going to get you some pro level sound. I actually did a video on this about 4 years ago. To this day, it's still my highest viewed YouTube video. And what we're going to go over today is filters for your microphone in OBS. So let's take a look here. So in my audio mixer in OBS, I've got my microphone labeled Shure. And what you're going to do is you're going to press the three buttons here, the three dots, and you're going to go to filters. Now to add a new filter, you're going to hit this plus side. But starting first, the order actually does matter. So I would always say start with noise suppression. What noise suppression is going to do is it's actually going to prevent, and I use low quality minus 30 decibels, because if you see down here where this green line is, anything under this green line at 30 is not going to get picked up with noise suppression. So I can even snap my fingers and it won't get picked up. So sometimes it picks up, sometimes it doesn't. But that's what the noise suppression does. And that should be number one, because you don't want your keyboard hits. You don't want anything. Maybe you're rustling around, opening up a Coke or something like that. You don't want that to be present in your stream. Secondly, we're going to go to noise gate. What the noise gate does is it's a gate, basically. You can control at what decibels your microphone will open up and when it will close. So in this case, the default setting is minus 32, minus 26. I have been playing around with this for a long time, but ever since I got this Shure, I've actually had to swap it almost to 26, 22. But right now, I think I'm comfortable with it being at minus 32, minus 26. So once again, if you look down here in the audio mixer, let's see if I can make this bigger, where you see minus 30 to minus 25, any noise below that, it will not open up the microphone. It's just not going to open it up. So sometimes maybe if you talk all the way back here. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you see? I have to talk close enough to the mic and at enough decibels to where it to pick up. The most important filter, and it should be number 3 on your list, is the compressor. Now, the compressor does exactly what you think it does. It takes your voice levels on low and high, and it squishes them. It makes you loud enough to be heard, even if you're whispering, or if you're talking super loud like I'm trying to do, it will not burn your eardrums. And as you can see, if I whisper, I'm still in the yellow. And if I talk loud, I'm still in the yellow. And that's the greatest part about the compressor, is it won't blow the eardrums out of your viewers. Now, the ratios, there are so many guides on what ratio to use, what threshold to use. Ratios should be anywhere from 3 to 10, just depending upon your voice. I've been messing around lately, and I went to 3.5. Threshold, I've messed around anywhere between minus 24 and minus 18. But once again, it all depends on your voice. So if you can handle that type of a compression, go for it. Attack and release, always keep them at 6 and 60. There's just no reason to change that. Output gain, I've heard from multiple different sources that you actually want your output gain to be 1/3 of your threshold. And obviously, the more that it increases, the better. So if I drop it low like this, you could barely hear me. But then once I bring it up to here, it gets louder. So you have to find that sweet spot. And I do find it around 8 is fine. It just, once again, depends on the type of content you're doing. Now, this is a plugin from Reaper.fm, and it's an equalizer. And learning how to manage this is it's really awesome. You become an audiophile once you start messing around with this. Now, The first band here, band 1, this is where your lows are. See, if I talk low, you only pick up at the minus hertz. So if I do that, it picks up around 4. Now I messed around with these. Now the most important one is to raise your depth of your voice. There's nothing, unless your voice is already super, super deep, it's always nice to give yourself a little depth, but once again, play around with it. This part right here, band number 2, this is your mid box. If this here keeps the sound clean. Now, if I raise it up, it sounds like I'm inside of a box. But once I bring this back down, I sound much more cleaner. Now, number 3 is actually your mid. I suggest dropping this down just a tad, maybe about half of what you dropped down band 2. And yeah. Band 4, once again, mess around with it because this is like your airy voice. You're sweet, right? You want your S's to be picked up. So the more you drop this down, the easier S's sound. So if you say something like sweet, it'll be a little bit easier to pick up. But the link to Reaper.fm will be in the description. I suggest getting this plugin. It's fucking amazing just to be able to see what your voice actually looks like and to actually fix it. I can't tell you, like, I just started messing around with this and I freaking love it. So this is what it sounds like without the equalizer. And this is what it sounds like with the equalizer. Now, the last one, ever since I got the Shure, I actually got rid of my expander, which if you don't know what an expander is, it's kind of like a noise. It's like a secondary noise suppression. It gets rid of things like HVAC noise or fan noise. But we already covered that in my Shure video, that this microphone already has a real-time denoiser that works pretty well. So I actually got rid of the expander filter. I just keep it on there just in case, but I don't have it set. Lastly is the limiter. Now, if you look down here, the limiter is doing exactly what it says it's doing. It's limiting at -8 decibels how loud this microphone can get. So I'll never, ever blow out your eardrums. If I were to get rid of this, you can now see that I can talk and I can breach that high part. Now with that limiter, I don't have to. Now with that limiter, I don't really have to because it keeps it below 8, which is great. And I suggest doing anywhere from -8 to -10 on this. And that's it. All of these will give you a much more richer sound, a much more crisper sound. And I'm actually going to link in the description a video where how I learned how to customize the Reaper equalizer for OBS Studio. I can't say enough about it. It's too awesome. And here we are in 2024, and us streamers and content creators have access to top end stuff. Like, how is this free? And it's pretty awesome. But once again, all of these filters, I use about 5, even with this awesome microphone, and I get studio quality sound. And this is what it sounds like with all of my filters turned off. And this is what it sounds like with all the filters back on. You can see the difference, why all this is important. It's going to make your stream professional. And when people listen to you, your voice is going to sound natural. It's going to sound rich, and it's not going to blow out people's eardrums. It's going to be, people are going to enjoy hearing your voice when you mess around with all this stuff and implement these filters into your stream. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Once again, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't subscribed. Please go to my Twitch, subscribe to my Twitch, or follow me on Twitch, follow me on Kick. And if you subscribe to me on Twitch, even if it's just your Prime sub, which I'm pretty sure you have Prime and it doesn't cost you a dime, make sure to sub to me on Twitch as well. I'll be streaming all this content where you'll actually get to hear this bad boy in action. Oh, wait a minute. I'm forgetting one last thing. My bad. I'm so sorry. One last little treat. side ducking. So in my audio sources, I have almost all my sources: Firefox, Chrome, World of Warcraft's game audio, Discord audio. Every game has its own separate audio that I can control. And I use that with audio application audio capture, which is another plugin. Now, what I can do, and this is what's so important about being a content creator, is you are the star as a content creator. They need to hear your voice at all times. You don't want to be in an intense game of COD where things are blowing up and you start talking and they can't hear your voice. What you can do is, first off, we'll go to WoW. Whatever game audio you're using, just click on that, click filters, and I added a compressor for my WoW audio. And what this does is it lowers, anytime I talk and WoW's running, it'll actually reduce the volume of the WoW audio on your stream. It'll temporarily lower it while you're talking on on your microphone. You can also, and what you do is you set the side ducking source to whatever your microphone is. Mine's 3-Shure. And I do this for all of my sources. Like in my Discord, let's say I've got a bunch of people in my Discord talking and I need to talk to you guys on stream. I need to answer questions in chat. My voice, Discord's audio, all of my guild mates or whoever I'm talking to, their voices are going to lower and you're going to hear the voice out of your microphone. You can also do this from source to source. Let's say you want your music to turn down anytime some type of big event happens. You can do that as well. So you can start messing around with that. That was just this one small little tidbit I forgot. So once again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if these settings helped you at all. Tell me what settings you're using so we can compare and contrast anything you guys come up with. And once again, subscribe to me on twitch.tv/midnytetv. Thank you guys.